Hi, this is Prabhakar. You are watching Prabhakar from Adult TNC. Dear friends, today I'm going to tell you about the history of grammar. Grammar which has great importance in English language. You may wonder why grammar has been out of fashion for some time and why it has come back. The following very brief history may help you to put the recent grammar history into context. Click here for more details about development in 20th century. The ancient world took grammar teaching very seriously as a foundation for instructions in writing school. Found the link between the word grammar and the Greek grammar, written character, and the perceived benefit was for thinking schools, where grammar was paired with logic and rhetoric. The 18th century developed perceptual grammar teaching and tried to analyze English grammar as though it was the same as Latin grammar. Grammar teaching in school was mainly about Latin and budding errors in English. The 18th century developed perceptual grammar teaching and tried to analyze English grammar as though it was the same as Latin grammar. Grammar teaching in school was mainly about Latin and avoiding errors in English. The 19th century developed historical linguistics as an important university research subject with heavy emphasis on how languages are related but little impact on school grammar teaching. Meanwhile, English literature in the struggles to establish itself as a university subject saw language as a competitor for the taught linguist. The early 20th century saw a steady decline in the quality of grammar teaching in English school and increasing calls for its competitor for the taught linguist. The early 20th century saw a steady decline in quality of grammar teaching in English schools and increasing calls for its abandonment. One reason for the decline was the complete lack of university-level research on English grammar, which led a government report in 1921 to conclude that it is impossible at the present juncture to teach English grammar in school for the simple reason that no one knows exactly what it is. Another reason was an energetic campaign on behalf of literature presented as liberal and liberating alternatives to the so-called grammar print. The later 20th century, from about 1960, saw two competing trends. Most schools stopped teaching grammar in English and somewhat later in MFL. Meanwhile, Latin teaching had largely died out too, so pupils no longer had any systematic instructions in grammar. This is an educational background of most young English teaching. English grammar became an important research subject, partly driven by the overseas publishing market in English as a foreign language and partly by the intellectual impetus of theoretical linguistics. Most universities now have a department of linguistics or of English language where undergraduates study English grammar. This is the research background of modern grammar espoused by two chemistry strategies. The end of 20th century, for about 1990, reversed the anti-grammar trends in school through a series of major reports on the perceived shortcoming of English teaching, which was clearly failed in its major task of teaching literacy. These reports all followed the first on the Bullock report of 1975 in replacing traditional grammar with a much more defensible kind of grammar which should be a form of grammar which can describe language and use relevant to all levels for the syntax of sentences to the organizations of sustainable text able to describe the considerable differences between spoken and written English part of a wider syllabus of language study. Central government decided to promote the teaching of grammar through different ministries clearly had very different ideas of what this meant. As a part of a drive to improve literacy standards, this decision is controversial because grammar teaching has had such a bad press for such a long time. Challenging because it really involved the introduction of new subject rather than simple reinstatement of an exciting one, with all that this means for syllabus design for teacher support. That's all about the grammar, and I hope that you are getting a lot of fact related to grammar. Next time, right back here with Havel TNC, I'll be giving more information as per concerning of the English. So for that time, see you later. Bye bye.